Christopher, there's a presidential race going on right now. Are you going to vote in 2024? What do you think is going to happen?
My vote is useless. I think Biden's better than Trump because he sends rockets to Ukraine.
In support of Ukraine, you mean?
Hell Ukraine. Hell Azov.
Ruh-roh, lads. When can I expect Joe Biden, the venerable Joe Biden, to come out and distance himself from these neo-Nazis? When will he condemn? When will he come out and tell everybody that he is not going to take the endorsement from whatever the shit this is over here? Joe Biden.
Dumb son of a bitch.
You gonna say anything about this? I wonder if Peter Doocy will ask that dipshit illiterate press secretary anything about this. Here you go. This is totally not a psyop over here, where, again, you've got a bunch of neo-Nazis in Florida screaming how much they like Trump. Actually, they're screaming they hate Trump and that they're voting for Joe Biden. They hate Ron DeSantis, by the way. Now, granted, they're Nazis, so they're National Socialists, which would make them left-leaning, but I'm hyper confused considering all the lefties are screaming, this is it, arrest Donald Trump right now. Look at these Nazis shitting on Donald Trump and telling everybody how much they love. What the fuck happened over here? I know people are getting lost in the weeds, and a lot of people are saying they're feds, and a lot of people are saying, well, they're not feds. Here's what's going on. At bare minimum, these are useful idiots. They might be Nazis. They might be actual flaming neo-Nazis, hate blacks, hate browns, hate gays, not. They might be. But this entity, this group right here, is protected by the establishment, protected by the state. They are an apparatus, maybe of Quantico, maybe of the FBI, maybe of the CIA. I am not saying that they are CIA agents or FBI agents, but they are a protected entity. How is it that in front of Disney World, and wherever the fuck this is at in Florida, all of these Nazis, all of the Patriot Front, all of these white supremacist groups that come out, and the media jumps on and says, look, that's Donald Trump supporters. That's Donald Trump. How come they're never attacked by Antifa? Never attacked by Antifa. When Ben Shapiro shows up to a place, when Tommy Lauren shows up to a place, when Riley Gaines shows up to a place, whenever a conservative speaker shows up to any event, it's full of a bunch of mentally ill left-wing goofballs who have a drug addiction and a lot of confusion. But never when there's actual Nazis. That's how that works. That's fucking I'm so confused. And whenever you try to follow any of these individuals, the police come and protect them. The police come, cordon the area off so these assholes can get into a subway by themselves, or so these assholes can get into a U-Haul van by themselves. Whenever they get arrested on accident, the police never take any of their fucking gear off. And people notice this, people see this, people talk about this, so then they run these fucking idiots and go, see, he's not wearing a mask, he's not wearing a mask. Yeah, but the dude who's not wearing a mask, people are finding that he's clearly a provocateur. He's a Fed agent. This goofball in the back with all of these tattoos has been arrested for domestic terrorism. He's been arrested by the feds. He then flies to Ukraine to support the Azov battalion and then flies back to America. I mean, look at this. You just saw them arrest a bunch of domestic Proud Boy terrorists. They're going to spend 15, 16, 17, 18 years in prison for peacefully protesting in an area that they said, that the feds say that they weren't supposed to be in. But this dude, who you've charged with domestic terrorism, is out of prison, flies to Ukraine, flies back from Ukraine. He ain't on a no-fly fucking list. Elijah Schaffer on a no-fly list. The dude posts slightly offensive shit on Twitter. I'm probably on a no-fly list. This dude flying all over the place. Right? The other dude raising money. This guy right here in the middle, hanging out. He's a dude who tried to be a rapper, couldn't make it as a rapper, believe it or not. We got the fucking rap videos out. It's fucking insane. And now he's an avowed neo-Nazi who hates Donald Trump, hates DeSantis, loves Biden, loves Nazisms, of course, but is also working with rich Jewish people in Maine to buy property. It works for the ADL. The ADL. So the ADL has on retainer this sprinkle Nazism. Just throw a little bit of Nazism on the ground of water. Miracle grow Nazism from the ADL. Whenever they need some neo-Nazis, whenever they need to go out there and push their agenda, it's weird how all of these neo-Nazis manifest out of fucking nowhere. And then are never attacked by Antifa. No, we're in a color revolution. And so you've got these different groups, you got these different entities that are protected by the overarching state apparatus that are being used to sow confusion, to sow distrust. This is being used as a political opposition, political optics weapon to denigrate. I think it's complete. I think this motherfucker forgot his script. I think this dude's like, oh shit. I think he was supposed to go out and attack Ron DeSantis, or say that he was on the side of Ron. You got Nazis for DeSantis. They got the fucking placards and the billboards in there in front of Disney World. They never get arrested. I'm not saying that you should arrest people for mean signs. I'm saying if you've got a bunch of Donald Trump supporters and it's Donald Trump signs, whenever Donald Trump supporters are on a freeway overpass, they get arrested. They get arrested for supporting Donald Trump. But if you've got a Nazis for DeSantis, they never get arrested. They never get hounded. They never get attacked. Patriot Front never gets attacked by Antifa. I'm not condoning attacks. I'm just pointing out how the machine is running both of these sides. They run Antifa. They run these people over here. And so they're telling them, no, this is Antifa's week, so don't go down there. These dudes right here are never attacked because they're protected. Donald Trump supporters are always attacked because we're not protected, because we are an actual problem to the machine. These people aren't a threat to the establishment. They're a weapon of the establishment, so they're allowed to do all this stupid shit over here. Free from any inconvenience, by the way. If you as a Donald Trump supporter go down there and start hassling those dudes, you'll get arrested. You'll get arrested. When Antifa comes and bludgeons you in front of a police department, Antifa gets protected. See how this all works? Everybody understands what's going on over here, but there you go. It's very weird how Laura Loomer has an entire deep dive on all of these dudes. This is why they wear masks. This is why, because when you don't wear your mask, they connect you to all of the stuff over here. Ukrainian Nazis are recruiting Nazis from Florida to fight the Ukraine war. So here you go. This dude. We got a bunch of American patriots who were on the lawn of the Capitol who have been arrested. Grandmas who have cancer doing 15 months in a fucking federal penitentiary. But a dude like this who has been charged of domestic terrorism is just flying all over the place, hanging out with, listen, you have bikers. Right? If you're in a biker gang, if you're in Hell's Angels and you ever get arrested, they tell you, you're not allowed to hang out with the Hell's Angels anymore. If you hang out with the Hell's Angels, we're going to arrest you because they're fraternizing with, I'm not quite sure how they do this legally. But if you're a Crip and you end up getting arrested, then you go back and hang out with Crips, they'll arrest you again for hanging out with fraternizing with criminal organizations. But this dude can fly all over. Useful idiots. Useful idiots. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching the video support channel. You want to be kept up to date with this psyop over here. Hit that subscribe button and make way, because the salt must flow.